All right, guys, welcome into another AI Weekly Racing here at South Boston. It's Easter Sunday. I hope you guys are ready and having a great Easter, and we're ready to get these guys fired up here. Your number one guy out here tonight, Kendrick Holmes, in the number one spot. On the outside of him, you got John Walker. Second row, you got John Wayne, and you got Francis on the outside of him. Zach Wells going to be in the third row with Brandon Yates. Yates last week, we saw him come into the top three, finished second last week. For Mr. Yates, we'll see what he can do here tonight. Patrick McPeak back there in the 11. He's been dangerous in and out of the situation here, but he has been fast, and he's going to look to continue that dominance here tonight. Chris Jones on the outside of him. He'll look to stay in the top three somewhere. John G. looking for some action here also tonight. We'll keep an eye on him. Brody Duscher back there in that number 14 spot in the number 10. 14 car, number 10 spot. Wyatt Walker Sugar Bean back there in the 3. Hazelwood going to start in that number 12 spot tonight. Jesse Gordon going to have to work his way up through the field once again, but he can do it. He's got his teammate Witherspoon, your points leader also, by the way, on the front row here tonight. So keep an eye on Witherspoon. He was your hard charger last week, went from 14th to 6th. He was really getting it moving. Big Mac going to be in the row behind him. Wyatt Walker right there with him. They're going to try to get something done there. Philbrick going to start back in the 17th spot. Billy Van Meter going to be back in the 18. Jonathan Flowers and McIntosh going to round out your 20 spot here tonight. Well, the drivers are set, ready to let them loose here. They're going to have, I believe it's 20 laps. Yeah, 20 laps here tonight. These guys to put on a show for you here. We'll see exactly what Kendrick can do when the lights come on here at South Boston. Like I said, hopefully everybody's having a great Easter out there. You've probably already eaten your dinner by the time you watch this, and hopefully it was delicious. But yeah, like I said, we are going to get through the AI Weekly Racing here. Last week we were at Slinger. That was an awesome race, won by Wyatt Walker. Brandon Yates in second, and John Wayne finished third. But like I said, everybody's keeping an eye on that Witherspoon guy back there. Hot in the point standings. He was your hard charger last week. He's going to have to do it again here, starting back in the 14th spot again. It's exactly where he started last week, but he made it all the way up to the number 6 spot. So we'll see if he can keep that mojo going. As these drivers are ready to go, they got about 30 seconds left here to get all their preparations done and ready to go. But this is it. South Boston. I believe we're on week number 5 already. Man, time is flying here. We haven't even reached halfway yet, but we still got tons of racing to go. And this South Boston track is not going to be easy on these 20 legend cars here tonight. All right, looks like they're ready to get them out there. We're going to put the gaps up on the screen. And there it is for you. So these guys are getting ready to see that pace car start rolling. And there it is. So here we go. Let's see what Kendrick Holmes can do starting up there in that number 1 spot with John Walker on the outside of him. It's going to get interesting, and it's going to get interesting really, really quick. All right, here we go. The drivers are set. South Boston is packed. Look at this place on an Easter Sunday. Holy shit. A lot of people out here, but let's see if Kendrick Holmes can get it done here from the number 1 spot. I'm going to keep an eye on Zach Wells back here in that red number 6, starting in 5th. Definitely want to keep an eye on him. I think he's got the car to get up there and get after it tonight. Brody Duscher, same thing in that number 14. He's starting in the 10th spot. But also, you don't want to forget about Jesse Gordon. He knows how to get up through the field. So here we go. Next time by, they're going to let them loose. Get your cameras out, get your photo, do whatever you got to do. You got 20 laps of AI Weekly Racing with the legend cars. The only series on iRacing where a bot can get you a trophy. Unbelievable. All right, pace cars in. Kendrick, let them loose. Here we go. 20 laps, South Boston. Good looking start there. Kendrick out to a good size lead. John Walker, John Wayne now looking to the inside. John Wayne, that 13 machine, looking to the inside of John Walker, but here comes Zach Wells. We talked about that number 6. That red number 6 is going to be hot to beat here tonight, and he is flying his way up through the field right now. A little bit further back, Brandon Yates making some yay there, but look at this, folks. Witherspoon back 3 spots right now. Witherspoon not going towards the front here tonight. He's going backwards, but now he's got to get himself in a bind there as he's going further and further back. Let's jump into cockpit with Witherspoon. You're riding with your points leader here in the AI Weekly Racing Series. Bryson Witherspoon, the owner of Hayes and Boots right now. Your points leader struggling here tonight at South Boston. A lot of traffic in front of him. You see Kendrick up there. Good size lead for Kendrick. Just struggling to get in and out of the corners. That high line not working for Witherspoon here tonight. Back to the 18 spot. There is Billy Van Meter now going to try to pass Witherspoon. Witherspoon going straight to the back. He is now in 20th spot. Your big loser here tonight. Back 6 spots. But how about Zach Wells here? He is charging, folks. This track not being too nice to the guys in the back. Kendrick Holm, it's being nice to him. He's your leader. John Wayne and Zach Wells. Zach Wells up 2 spots. John Walker, and here comes Francis. Hold on to it. Francis about in the middle there. 14 laps to go. Patrick McPeak going to look to make the move here, and he does. The 11 of Patrick McPeak to the inside. 13 to go here. They're moving up. John G. Brody. Wyatt Walker's moved up 5 spots. Your big charger, hard charger, whatever you want to call it, right there. You see it, the 19 of McIntosh. McIntosh must have had a good Easter dinner the way he's traveling through the field here. Oh, he got loose with it, about lost it there. McIntosh trying to hang on, but look at Witherspoon now. Back up to the 18th spot, fell all the way back to dead last. Trying to charge his way back up here as we got 11 to go here. Your leader, Kendrick, still out front. John Wayne, Zach Wells, there's Walker, McPeak, and Francis still duking it out here as we closing in on halfway to go. Brandon Yates now pushing the issue a little bit there. That 17 machine. Yates going to look to the inside of the 10. That's Francis, his teammate. He's going to keep it there. It looks like he's going to try to maybe push the issue there on that number 11. Yates looking to get back into the top 3 here tonight. Yates moving his way up to the number 6 spot. He's got McPeak in his sights next. Rest of the field right now settling in. The 5 of Wyatt got up there on the high side, got a little loose there. McIntosh going to look to take advantage of that. Jonathan Flowers, there he is. Philbrick tonight. He's struggling a little bit in that 18 machine. Seems to do pretty good in the legend cars when we race them in the league. But this AI stuff for him right now, a real struggle for Philbrick. Jesse Gordon, same thing with him in that 15 right there underneath Philbrick. Side by side, 6 to go. Oh, he's checking it up. Big checkup right there. Johnson Flowers got real loose with it. That about junked the field right there. The 24 was all over the place. And you're seeing it right now. Kendrick still your leader. Wayne in second. Wells is in that top 3 right now. Watching the battle here. Kendrick Holmes, still your leader. John Wayne. And there is Zach Wells in the 3rd. John Walker and Patrick McPeak. Now, how about Francis closing that gap? Whoa, man. Yates goes way back there. Witherspoon now trying to close that gap with 3 laps to go. He's currently back to the 17th spot. Looking for some action here. He's digging late. He may have figured out the track just a little too late. 2 laps to go for Kendrick Holmes. Last win we've seen him get, Darlington Trucks. Before that, it was Daytona. But look at this. 1 more lap. White flag is out. Kendrick Holm looking to bring this thing into victory lane for Hayes and Boost. John Wayne in second. And another Hayes and Boost driver in the top 3. That's Wells if he hangs on to it. And it looks like he will. Here you go, folks. Number 12 coming to the checkered flag. It's Kendrick Holmes. John Wayne going to finish second. Wells in the 3. McPeak going to be back there in that number 5 spot. There's Francis back in the 6. John G. Yates, Brody, and McIntosh going to round out your top 10. McIntosh, your heavy, hard charger in the number 10 spot here tonight. Your big loser? Well, it could be anybody, really. These 3 drivers here went 7 spots back. Wyatt Walker, Hazelwood, and Jesse Gordon. But how about Kendrick Holmes, folks? Great run tonight from him. He got it done here tonight at South Boston. John Wayne in that number 2 spot. And Zach Wells going to round out your top 3 here at America's hometown track, South Boston Speedway. That's it for us, man. Congrats again, Kendrick, on a huge win. We'll see you guys next week. Happy Thanksgiving.